Hey guys, I hope everyone is doing well. Today we're going to do some more dividing with decimals. So let's get started. All right, so just like when we were dividing last week, we always put the first number, which is called the dividend, in the division box, and the divides are outside the box. So we're going to put 8.4 in the division box. We're going to divide it by 1.2. All right, so when you're dividing with decimals, the divisor must be a whole number. So right now you see it's not a whole number, it's 1.2. So we're going to have to multiply this number by 10. In other words, we're going to move the decimal to the right to make 1.2 12. We just turned 1.2 into 12 by multiplying it by 10. So whatever we do outside the division box, we must do inside the division box. So since I've moved both of those the same number of times, I'm going to get rid of my original decimals so I don't get confused. And so now I'm going to divide 12 into 84. So I know that 5 times 12 is 60. And so I'm going to go with, I don't think 6 is big enough. I'm going to go with 7. So 7 times 2 is 14. Carry the 1. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 1 is 8, and I have a remainder of 0. So I am finished. So since my decimal is sitting behind the 4, I know it would be sitting behind the 7. So 7.0 is just 7, the whole number 7. So let's try the next one. We're going to put the dividend inside the division box. We're going to divide it by 4.2. 4.2 is not a whole number. We have to move our decimal to the right one position. Whatever we do inside, we must do outside. So now I'm going to erase those original decimals. And now I'm going to think, does 42 go into 2? No. Will 42 go into 25? No. So how many times will 42 go into 252? So I know that 5 times 40 would be 200. So I don't think 5 is big enough. So above this 2, I'm going to write a 6. So 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 6 times 4 is 24. Plus 1 is 25. And my remainder is 0, which makes me happy. So my answer is 6. All right. Let's move on. And I will get rid of all the stuff on the screen. All right, so you guys pause the video, please, and I want you to try this one by yourself, please, and then come back to the video. All right, so the first one here on this slide, we have 18 divided by 3.6. So I'm going to move my decimal to the right one place. Well, if I don't see a decimal, it means it's sitting at the end or to the right of the digits. So for me to move this over one place, in order to do that inside the division box, I'm going to actually have to add a 0, and now I'm allowed to move it one place. So my math problem is actually 36 into 180. So how many times would 36 go into 180? Well, I know that 3 times 5 is 150, but this is almost 40. So I'm going to go with 5. So 5 times 6, is that right? 5 times 6 is 30. Yep. Carry the 3. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. All right, so did you guys get 5? I hope so. All right, let's look at the next one together. So we're going to put 73.13 in the box and 7.1 outside the box. So once again, I'm going to move my decimal to the right one position, and here inside I also have to do that. So this time I didn't take it to the very end, which is fine. But wherever it is, you have to make sure you bring that straight up in your answer, okay? So I have one digit past the decimal. So how many times would 71 go into 73? That would be 1 time. 1 times 71 is 71. I'm going to subtract and get a remainder of 2. All right, now I'm allowed to bring down that 1. How many times will 71 go into 21? Well, it won't, right? It's bigger than 21. So in order to move to that 3, I have to put a 0 here. I can't leave empty spaces. Now that I added a 0, I'm allowed to bring over the next number. So how many times would 71 go into 213? So that answer would be 3, and I'm putting it right on top of this 3. So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 7 is 21. And I subtract, get 0. So this time my answer is 10.3. 10.3. I hope you guys got the same thing. Let's move on to this slide. All right, I want you guys to pause the video. I want you to try both of these and then come back and check your answers. So on the first one, we got 254.2 divided by 6.2. So we're moving our decimal over one spot, both inside and outside the decimal, the division box. So 62 will not go into 25. How many times does 62 go into 254? I think the answer is 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. So 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 26 is 24. And when I subtract, I get 6. And then I'm going to bring down that 2. So 62 goes into 62 once, and I am at the end of my problem. So my answer is 41. On this one, we're going to have 31.72 divided by 5.2. Move that over one spot. Move this one over one spot. Uh-oh. I subtracted probably part of my number. All right, 52 won't go into 3. It won't go into 31. It will go into 317 about, I think, 6 times. Let's try it. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 6 times 5 is 30 plus 1 is 31. Yep. And I have 5 left over. All right, I'm bringing that decimal straight up in my answer. I'm going to bring down my 2, and I know that 52 goes into 52 once. 1 times 52 is 52. I have a remainder of 0, so my answer is 6.1. I hope you got the same answer. All right, so let's see what's on our next slide. Oh, a word problem. Everyone loves word problems, right? All right, so let's find out what's going on. Diego's parents are having a party for his 16th birthday. He asked for subs at his party, and they can order large subs. Those large subs, it looks like, feed 15 people, or extra large subs feed 25 people. Large subs are $75 each, and extra large subs are $98. Hey, I'd love for you guys to pause the video and see if you can do these problems by yourself. All right, so let's look at them together. So the first scenario is 148 people are coming to the party. What would be the cost of purchasing enough large subs? So we know large subs feed 15 people. So we want to know how many we'd have to order. So we're gonna divide 148 people by 15. So 15 won't go into 14 almost. So I'm actually going to divide, and I'm going to say 9. So 9 times 5 is 45. Carry the 4. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 4 is 13. So is 9 subs enough? No, because 9 times 15 is 135. What about these other people? These people wouldn't have enough, right? So we're going to have to get another sub in order to feed all the people. So probably with another sub, we'll have some sandwich left over, but the worst thing you can do at a party is run out of food, right? So since 9 subs won't feed all 148 people, we're going to order 10 subs. Now it asks, what is the cost of buying 10 subs? Well, subs are $75 each. Oops. $75 times 10. And you guys know when you multiply by 10, you're simply adding a 0. So we know that would cost Diego's parents $750. Woo, that's a lot of money. $750. All right, so I wonder if they would get a better deal if they were going to get the extra large subs. Have you guys already figured it out? All right, let's see. Whoops, I gotta change this. All right, now, if the same number of people are coming, how many extra large subs would we have to buy? Well, extra large subs feed 25 people. So this time I am going to divide 148 by 25. All right, so I think that would be 5 subs, because I know 5 quarters makes 125 cents. 5 quarters makes 125 cents. All right, so I have a remainder, which reminds me that 5 subs are not going to be enough. 5 subs only feed 125 people. We need to feed 148 people. So once again, because we have a remainder, that means we're going to have to order one more sub, which would be 6 subs. It would take 6 extra large subs to feed 148 people. And the cost of each of them is $98. So if I was going to spend $98 times 6, 8 times 6 is 48, carry the 4. Then I have 54 plus 4 is 58. So wow, I'd have to buy less subs for less money, right? So the bigger subs is going to definitely save me money. So then the final question is, which is the better option for Diego's parents? Explain how you would how you know. So I would write on my paper or type in the text box. The better option for Diego's parents is the extra large subs. And when I wanted to explain my answer, I would show mathematically why that's a better deal. I would take 750 and subtract from it 588. And I would say that in full sentences, I would say buying the extra large subs would be the better option because it would save Diego's parents $62. Okay, that's a great explanation. So make sure you always fully answer the questions that were being asked. All right, guys, thank you for your attention. Good luck with your assignments. If you need any help, please let me know, and I will check in with you guys later.